I would rather have a smaller number that's active in the chat than have these bigger numbers that just don't have a conversation, can't hold a conversation either. You may end up taking a job that you don't get paid as much, but it's more fulfilling and you feel happier in that position. If you're gonna be 10 times happier, then do it. I guess we'll get right into the discussion topic for the day. And like I said, the reason why I'm doing this is because I personally love being able to share my own experiences. I will never speak on anything except for what I have gone through. I want to start having these discussions more often because I really I love having deep conversations and helping other people out. And that's what I truly feel like my purpose is in life, and where I feel the most driven to, and where I feel the most fulfilled. The first one that we're going to start with today is quality versus quantity. And it's probably something that you guys have heard about in various different ways in your life. I mean, it could be applied in literally anything in life, such as, relationships. It's better to have, smaller friends that you're actually close to rather than having many friends that you kind of just know vaguely, right? You may end up taking a job that you don't get paid as much, but it's more fulfilling and you feel happier in that position. And then even with like content creation, if you guys are involved with that at all, it's better to make meaningful content that's higher quality than just pump out a bunch of crap. And then that same goes for viewers versus followers. It's better to have a smaller, more intimate relationship with your audience than strictly just going for numbers, right? And everything that I've spoken on so far is something that I personally have dealt with in my own life. For example, relationships. At one point in my life when I was younger, about in high school age, I had a bunch of friends. Eventually that group kind of split up. We all did our own thing, and some of us kind of came back and became friends again and went kind of full circle. People are always coming and going in life, right? But it's important to focus on the people that are truly around you. Like, it's so easy to be upset, like, oh, this person doesn't talk to me anymore. Like, I don't have all these friends like I used to. But it's so important to focus on the people that are in your life, the friends and family that like genuinely care about you. Those are the people you should be focusing on and spending the most time with. In terms of career, this is also something that I've dealt with. I'm a nurse, for anybody who does not know that. I am a registered nurse. I have a bachelor's degree. I started out working at a hospital. I was doing night shifts, 12-hour shifts on night shift. And I was just the utmost like miserable person that you could think of, because I wasn't living a quality life. I wasn't living a good, happy life. I was making decent money, but like I was sleeping all day, working all night, quite literally. Because of how unhappy I was, that drove me to go into a position where I am now, where I am a pediatric home health nurse, and I am so much happier now. I'm in a position now that I work days, I have weekends off and holidays off, but at the price, I'm making less money now than I was when I was at the hospital. And if you guys are familiar with how nursing jobs are right now, nurses can make a stupid amount of money at the hospital. And it's so tempting to be pulled into that and go for the quantity, make more money. But at the same time, like, I know for a fact that I would just be miserable. I would rather have a quality job that I feel like I'm genuinely changing these kids' lives. I will say all of this kind of comes down to what you value, right? That's basically what it comes down to. Some people might value money more, like what you value and the importance of value is like a whole different conversation that we'll get into at a later point. The biggest thing for me has been this content creation journey, right? It's been so tough to not look at numbers and compare myself to other people and be down on myself for the amount of engagement I get on different posts, the amount of followers I have on certain platforms, or anything of the sort. Like, it's so easy to get caught up in that. But I realized that I value relationships. Relationships are so important to me that I would rather have a smaller audience that I can genuinely know and have this close back and forth conversation with, like we are right now. I would rather have a smaller number that's active in the chat than have these bigger numbers that just don't have a conversation, can't hold a conversation either, right? It's so easy to get caught up in quantity and wanting to have those bigger numbers, those bigger paychecks, and like all of that stuff just ends up leading to stress. Majority of the time, you end up stressing out because you'll never have enough money. You'll never have enough followers. There's always going to be somebody that is better than you, right? So that's why it's so important to focus on, I think, at least quality over quantity in almost every aspect. You know what I'm saying? For me personally, when I start focusing on quality, my life, like I said, has become so much better. And there's no other way to say it other than it's just gotten better. I'm less stressed out. I'm less depressed. I'm less worried because most of the time the numbers aren't completely in your control. They're in your control to an extent, but like comes a point where you can only do so much and it's in the hands of other people. An example for a business, if you're trying to sell t-shirts, if you just focus on making good t-shirts, then eventually the sales will start to happen. Because if I make 20 crappy shirts, I'm not going to make more money than if I make 10 good shirts. You know what I'm saying? Focusing on the quality and realizing the importance of quality has lifted so much weight off of my shoulders, right? And I hope that there's something in your life that you can kind of apply this concept and really look at it and be like, quality or quantity? Yes, I feel bummed out and I'm stressed, but am I making like a bigger impact? And am I satisfied with what I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I ultimately want everybody to kind of walk away from this discussion with, is like, just evaluate the reason why you're doing things, right? And if you're going for quantity, that's fine. I'm not saying quantity is bad. I don't think quantity is a bad thing. Some people, like you said, Tyler, it's very situational. And some people need to look at quantity, right? Like if you have bills to pay, yeah, you need to make more money. So it doesn't matter what you do, I just need to make more money. What's going on, Bruce? Welcome on into the stream. I agree 100%. That's where I'm at, Noah. I'm trying to suck it at the moment, even though I make decent money. I hate it. Right, and that's the thing, is like, that's where I was with the hospital, man. There's certain, I mean, I don't know your situation, right? But obviously, there's certain times you need to focus on money. Sometimes in life you just got to pay the bills. But as you're kind of sucking it up and paying the bills, make sure you're looking and constantly trying to find the next step, right? Next step up for you. Even if you make $1 or $2 less, if you're gonna be 10 times happier, then do it. You know what I mean? It's so much more worth it, because you spend, like I said, most of your life at your career. Rain's saying, I got a job offer at a tech company as a software developer, but decided to study and work on personal projects instead, since I would rather enjoy my time as a programmer. If I had taken the offer, I'm sure I wouldn't enjoy programming as much as I do. And that, dude, it's so important. It's so important, It just, and really what it comes down to, like I said, is that majority of the time, quality leads to happiness. Quantity is temporary happiness, right? It's short bursts of like, joy. Again, I mean, it ultimately comes down to value. Some people, I can't speak for everybody. I'm only speaking from experience with this. I'm just speaking from what I've experienced, what I've went through, and how it helped me. So I want to share what helped me, so hopefully I can help you. That's the point of these conversations. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys enjoyed these conversations and you want to hear more of them, be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and hop on into the Twitch channel as well and drop a follow over there so we can have these discussions live and you can share your thoughts on the topic as well. Appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you in the next one.